Crazy style.
Crazy stuff.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to Industry
Right.
Discovered. We got RTT Guns and Gear all the way from Arizona is in the house. So
Oh, crazy.
he's crazy talk. You should have seen Matt in his crazy hair earlier. He's crazy. So if you don't know what WDH is, it's what the hell. And everybody looks like they know, most of y'all. I just said y'all in a sentence.
I just don't keep up on the newfangled slang.
That's the first thing. That's the first time I've ever used y'all, I think. That's pretty good. Let's see who's out here. Let's start at the top. Oh, RTT Guns and Gear was the first one. Matt Cross. And we got Alaska 1 Andy. The other Tim Davis, the twin brother of Tim Davis, is out there. John Parson. How you doing? Howdy, everybody. What's going on? We got so Matt's been, we were talking a little bit about holsters before we got going. He is a big Bravo fan, and he actually got a new holster today. So was it today you got it?
Yeah, I got it today. I did a live unboxing for my patrons. I got 3. Did I get 3 things today?
Dang, it's like Christmas in Arizona right now.
I got the holster, I got the mag pouches, and I got a set of sights. Yeah, a set of flip-up sights. So yeah, I did the live unboxing for my patrons. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Bravo concealment holsters for inside and outside the waistband. The gun I carry every day is my Glock 43 in my Bravo torsion holster. This is their, I don't know what this was called. I can't remember, BCA or anyway, it's their inside the waistband. It's their light bearing inside the waistband. And I got the Vetter light tuck today. And I took the gun out so we don't get your show canceled.
Yeah. That does seem to happen nowadays. Yeah, it's a good looking holster. You were saying earlier the Kydex is a little thicker on that one. It's got a metal. Is that the metal clip one or the other one?
So the Kydex is definitely thicker. This is probably an 080, and this is probably, actually this is a 60,000 Kydex. This is 80. They're shaped very similar, right?
Yep.
They're shaped. What am I doing? They're shaped very. It was almost like doing this. Like what's left? What's left?
Which one's what?
This has a plastic clip on it, and completely open bottom, and you can have a threaded barrel and all that other stuff. And actually comes with 2 clips. I just run it with one, and then the better thicker Kydex comes with a wing, metal clip. It has a lot of adjustment, as you can see.
Yeah,
a lot of swing. But the problem I have found so far today, so I used to have a better. I bought another one because I used to have one, but the one I had before was one without a weapon mounted light. And I gave that to a guy who needed a good inside waistband holster. The problem is that when I go to grip my gun, my knuckle rubs really bad right here. And I was telling you earlier, I did like 20 dry draws, here right after I got it. And at the end of that, I was like, man, if I do a whole class with this holster, I'm going to be rubbed. I'm probably bleeding.
Sounds like you need to do a little tweaking with some Dremel tools or something.
But in every other way, this seems like as good a quality, if not better, than the Bravo. I sort of wish this was open.
Was or wasn't open?
Was.
Oh, you mean open more like that? Okay. Let more sand and dirt and shit out.
Yeah. Because I hate to think that there's something in there, and I go and and crush my lens into it.
Oh,
versus let it just fall out. The holster is physically heavier. I don't have a scale on hand, but yeah, so that was cool. So I got that.
Damn it, Hitting Steel. You made another mistake. I'm going to have to buy you lunch when I get back. I actually got good news there. Well, it's good news for me. I'm going back to work in June 24th. So talked to the chief today, and I'll be going back. But let me catch up here. +5s here. Chris Smith, Red Raider Reloading. We've got Brian Duchesne. Of course, I'm going to be doing a live chat, of course. Come on, Brian. Constitutional Carpenter, Scott Hoffman, WD, John Townley, Casey Duncan, the man. I got to hang out with Casey yesterday. And let's see, the other Tim Davis, Matt Cross. I think we are caught up. And, of course, Hitting Steel, California, the guy that always hits the wrong button. I appreciate that, Hitting Steel. And Chris Smith. All right, so we'll get started. It's fun. So, okay, so here's a thing for you guys out there in YouTube world. We got Andrew, the gun guys out there, Jason Hunt, Carcane Coach, and Papa's Place. How you doing, Les? Concealed carry holsters. I know Ray's a big fan of having a light. Trying to find a light for a holster is kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. You can find a lot of holster companies that have the light and also just the pistol option. But it does seem like when you're going for the light, it is more of a pain in the butt to try to find that holster that you really want. But me personally, I do no light, but I usually carry a pocket light. It's nice to have that. Yep. Is that the HL Streamlight?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's a great light. I have one on one of my home guns.
It helps. It helps if you have a really popular.
Have a what?
It helps. It helps to find holsters if you have a really popular light.
Yeah, that's true too. That is true. And it seems like when a new flashlight comes out, then you got to wait again for a while till they make a freaking holster for it. What's up, Jinx Summer?
Yeah, that's why I just stick with the Streamlight TLR1 HL. I mean, if I had the extra money, I'd go with the the Surefire X300, but the HL is, in my opinion, just as proven. It freaking works. The two kings of weapon mounted lights is Streamlight TLR1 HL and the X300. You just can't get any better.
And the price for that light is actually decently priced compared to the one with all the laser gizmo crap bullshit that I wouldn't want on it anyways. I think those are running like $300 or something. What's up, William? Check your phone.
Lasers are for cats.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're getting show if I ask anyone.
I have a number of inside the waistband holsters for weapon mounted light pistols. I have Spider Concealment. I have Bravo. I have Vetter. A couple other ones.
Blind Rich, Skunk Ape. There's a lot of people showing up. Blue Healer 260. Have you ever used any of the ATN thermal stuff out looking around at all? No.
If I can afford thermal,
yeah,
I absolutely would.
Yeah, it's expensive and pricey for sure. I had a chance to actually use Casey's. Casey he does a lot of varmint night coyote hunt stuff, and got a chance to kind of play with that for a little bit, and it's pretty impressive. We only had hot water bottles out, to 100 yards, and it'll go a lot farther, and you can focus it. Kind of being in the middle of the woods was a pain. You can't really get to see something out of ways, but I can see that. That's pretty cool.
I used to rock and roll a Night Owl. It was like Gen 1 IR, maybe Gen 2, but it was a monocular that I would just carry around in my pocket, and I could get 7,500 yards with it, see a person walking if need be. But IR, the problem with IR is shadowing, especially here. There's so many little bushes and trees and cactus and stuff like that, and a little short. And it's not like big trees.
Yeah.
Everything is a bush, chest high or shorter, And so it's just shadowing everywhere. You can't see anything unless it's taller than the bush.
Yeah, I have actually owned this one. This is the Leupold. It's the TR or the LTO tracker. It's really small unit. I have it on a rifle, so I can't show you, but it's kind of neat because you can track blood with it or heat signatures or kind of look out, but you can't identify stuff out past a pretty far, about 100 yards. You can see what a deer looks like at 100 yards because just of the shape. But like to really try to know what you're looking at farther distances than that, it doesn't work for crap. But it's kind of fun to be able to see the night, see some stuff in the night. I would love like some night vision of some sort. It'd be cool. But this is a thermal, so it's kind of cool to play with.
Yeah, if I had $6,000 or $10,000 to blow, I'd buy some good nods and a like an ops core helmet or something like that. An extra IR helmet mounted light and stuff like that. A PEC or something like a PEC 15, but I don't have 10 grand to throw around. So
I know you're like, man, I wish I could really just blow 10 grand on something. Yeah. It'd basically be nods for sure.
Yeah.
They're actually supposedly, I'm not huge into all this stuff, but there's a set. Actually, they have thermal as well, besides like that white light, the phosphorus lighting, the white instead of the like the green. Actually, +5 would probably know more than I would any day of the week on that stuff. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I've had a chance to run a few different styles, and if you can own the night. That's why we do so well in our military. Owning the night is important. What's up, Eagle Eye Shooting, John Townley? Let's see. Trim that bush. I got a pulsar right there. Yeah, Casey's got the ATN. It's the Thor HD. That's what it is. And it's actually, he has the attachment with the rangefinder on it too. That's the one I was using. This light is so weird. Just dies when it gets hot. Try this one. +5 is a big, he likes the thigh setup holsters for his long arms. When drawing a pistol, I'm not stuck in any armor. It's what rules for waist or thigh holsters in competition, anyone know? There's some rules for competition holsters, and depending on if you're shooting IDPA or USPSA. I don't know them all. I know there is some. It can't be below a certain point, and then it can't be forward of a certain point as well.
I like a mid-ride, like the 1980s SWAT, middle of the thigh, double leg strap, thigh holster. I'm not a big fan of. That's almost too low, but like Safariland, you can ride those up a little higher, and you can get some mid-ride options off your belt. Mid-ride and low-ride options that are single leg strap. Those are really comfortable to run.
That's if you're running plates or all the time.
If I'm basically, I run it like that whether I'm wearing plates or not. If I'm walking around, out in the mountains, because how you doing, X-Ring?
What's up, bro? Check your email, fool.
Because trying to bend, oftentimes climbing some of those mountains and rocks, with a waist mounted holster gets to be a bit painful and a pain in the ass or a pain in the hip. So riding that down a little bit, even if you don't have body armor on, is nice.
I got you. The one thing I noticed, because the way our belts are set up for competition, is we put everything on the front, shotgun caddies and extra mag holders. It's like when you're resetting steel and stuff, you got all that shit poking in the belly. It's like, man, I wish I could. How you liking those? I haven't had any issues with those, except there was one mag I had for the Glock 43 that didn't work well.
ETS or the Strike Industries base plate?
The ETS.
Oh, they work great for me.
Good.
They work great for me, and so do the Strike Industries base plates.
+5?
Plus, well, these are actually +6.
Damn. Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
Oh, aluminum or what is it?
No, they're polymer.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Yeah, these are
Good
polymer.
looking polymer. It looks like some billet aluminum from here.
I mean, it may be not polymer, but another kind of plastic. But
yeah,
it's
some type of something.
Yeah.
That's cool. Who's that from?
Strike Industries.
Okay.
Yeah, Strike Industries. They're like, they are, they're a lot less expensive than some of the other brands out there.
Yeah,
And
like Karen Tactical.
Yeah, they come with their own spring. They come with, you don't have to buy a spring to go with them. They come with a spring, and man, it's just fucking bullets for days, man.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, I still got rounds in here. Dang.
Yeah, you're sitting there and you like you draw and you're like ping 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 ping.
That's when you got to use what was that comment you were killing me with the other day? 80 90 weight oil or some shit. You were making it.
Soak it in 80-90, let it drip dry, and you'll be fine.
That's right. Fix everything between duct tape, baling wire, and 80 weight oil. You're good to go.
Yeah. Casey Duncan. I'm sure somebody makes a thigh holster or Casey. My guess is that Safariland probably makes a G43 holster, and then you can take the Safariland mount off of it and put it on a low ride or a mid ride, and probably have something like that.
So check this story out. This one's pretty cool. So Casey, he was over at X-Ring's house yesterday. We were sitting around and working on some rifles and stuff. And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I couldn't hit the side of what did he say? That camper over there. And he's pointing to the camper with a handgun. And Ray's like, what? So he's like, you ready to do this, Rick? So I'm like, yep, let's go to get her done. And we grab Casey and his pistol and grab a bunch of ammo, and we go out there and do some shooting. And hell, in 10 minutes, we had him shooting out to 50 yards, shooting a 10x10 steel with the pistol. So it's pretty good. We went to the plate rack, started that, gave him the good fundamentals. Well, Ray did grip, sights, what to look for, blah, blah, blah. And a few minutes later, he was shooting steel plates at like 30 yards away. And then we went and took him down to the 100-yard range, and he was shooting a 10x10. He actually hit it a couple times at 100, but it was getting dark, and it was a tough target to see down there. So
I tell people when I'm teaching people, I tell people all the time, shooting's not hard. There's really only a couple of things you have to do right in order to get the bullet to go where you're aiming.
Mm-hmm.
Truly.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of making all those things come together on an instinctual level. As from the draw, from your draw, as you come up and present and pull the trigger, to make sure all of those things are the same every time. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
Don't you hate when that happens, Matt? A rookie move like that? Yeah. So so with Casey in 10 minutes, he was shooting well, so it was pretty good. Jake H, what's going on out there? 45 Auto, Eagle Eye Shooting. Bad Billy 429's here. LZ USA. Thomas, how you doing? Who else did I miss? Armament and Axis, DW, and TB. So TB. I think we're good. Casey Duncan and Eric's out there. And whoever else snuck in there, say something in the comments and we'll get to you. Say hi to all you guys and gals. Talking in meme. Yeah, you guys are supposed to read lips on that one. +5. Yeah, I had coughed or sneezed or something. I hit the mute button, so you guys didn't have to get your eardrums blown out. So, but it's been fun. Look, got a little. Matt's got some Coca-Cola, and I got some sweet tea from Bojangles.
Everything growing boy needs. Teeth rot.
That's right. Rot them teeth. Mine are kryptonite. I got, extra tough ones now.
Yours are kryptonite. Yours are.
My teeth are, yeah. It fights the sugar, so it's like before it gets in my mouth, it turns it into something else.
More teeth.
More teeth, like shark teeth. Anyone can shoot, but it takes practice to become proficient and learn proper technique. Thomas, very well said.
Yep.
That's the kind of the thing is there's a huge difference between just even trying to walk forward while shooting at a target, but when you start going like,
Well, now you're talking about something else. Now you're talking about something else, though. That's not. Now you're adding to shooting.
Yeah. Well, it said practice becomes proficient and learn proper technique, and then you can take the next step and start moving. Is really makes things difficult. Eric's got a Dr. Pepper. PO7. I have a CZ. I had a CZ SPL1 tactical, and then up there I still have the. What the hell is that one? The one that's basically the Glock killer. The.
I love that.
The hell is P10C? That's what it is.
I love that.
Have you shot one of those, Matt?
What?
The P10C?
Dude, I stay away from CZs.
That thing is freaking nice.
It's like cooties or something, dude. I don't even touch
cooties. It's got viruses on it.
I don't touch CZ anything.
Maybe that's what CZ stands for, Corona Virus or something like that. I don't know. I know people love their CZs though. If you want to make a video and like talk shit about CZ, you'll get more views than you ever thought you would.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's okay, so there's a number of videos you can make and you will piss off the whole internet.
Yes.
If you make a pro Glock video.
Yeah.
Like you get up there on a video and say, my Glock runs great. Like that's all you have to say, and you will piss off the internet, right? If you say even one negative thing about Palmetto State Armory, people come unfreaking glued. CZs, talk shit about CZs. The fedoras and coffee lattes are flying.
I tell you what, though, if you haven't had a chance to shoot the P10C versus like a Glock 19, because that's basically like the apple to apple, I would say the sights are better, the trigger is better, and I've had them both. I've had plenty of Glocks, still got a ton of Glocks, but if you just take stock to stock, there's a few things I like over it. The texture of the grip is better. That's the one thing I did not like in like the Gen 3s, the Gen 4s. The best Glock grip they ever made was in my opinion, it was the like RTF2. It was the like heavy, like almost Velcro-y one, like where it makes your hand bleed.
Rifle Supply, I think right now has they're $119 for an RTF2 frame.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are awesome. I love that grip. That's the best grip I think Glock ever made. Some of the other ones, like I shot that full auto, I don't know what gen it is, the 18. I could not keep that thing in my hand. I mean, obviously it was in my hand, but
what was it?
It was like the Glock 18, the full auto.
Oh yeah.
It was just freaking. It wanted to. Besides climb, it was just you could not. It did not have. It was either worn out from too many people shooting it, or it was very smooth. But I was like, man, this grip sucks.
It couldn't have been your girly grip or anything?
No, I got a good manly grip.
Okay.
I mean, this shit's solid, man.
As somebody, so in some Glock Facebook page, group page on Facebook earlier today, somebody said, I'm having trouble loading like the 15th or 17th round or whatever into my magazine. Anybody else have these problems?
I can just imagine.
I replied with, I heard a rumor that if you start eating meat, you don't have that problem. That I can't confirm this rumor, but I eat meat and I don't have that problem.
See, you got a lot of people that I wish you would at least try to shoot one of those, because it's freaking a nice pistol, man. Maybe when we meet up, I can show you. But here's the texture of the grip.
Yeah.
That's about all I can show.
This is
I better put that back before I get freaking bamboozled. Yeah, see, that's the 43. It looks like.
Yeah, this is the 43.
Is that the 43?
Yeah. And this is the Gen 3 G19.
Yeah, too smooth. Every one that I've ever had, I've always put some type of skateboard grip tape shit on it.
And the hold on,
John, you're correct. The Vickers Glock, that's actually the one I have. I like that grip a lot. That is a good grip.
And then the 19X,
which is pretty similar to the same. It looks like the front looks a little roughed out better. That was hilarious, Ray.
I mean, that's a lot of.
Hold on, let's say goodnight to my son real quick. Bye. Yeah, you'll enjoy the grip though, or the trigger as well. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Yeah. No, they are still out of town.
Going back to what I was saying, I can make a pro Glock video and piss off the internet. I can say one negative thing about Palmetto State Armory, and every just as gooder is gonna get his panties in a bunch.
That's right.
CZs, forget about it. Like I said, fedoras, neckerchiefs, and mimosas or mocha lattes are going to go flying. But I could make an hour-long video ragging on SIG, on 1911s, that
would be tough too.
Well, I don't know. The 1911 owners, they're Luddites. They haven't figured out the internet yet. They're still too old.
A lot of them have it, because I've been shooting this gun for 45 years.
But yeah, I can make a video bashing anything else, and it wouldn't matter. It would get like 5 views.
Yeah.
But if I title something "What Makes Glock Perfect," it's gonna get 5,000 thumbs down. You know.
Yeah, they're on Twitter. He said. They're still on MySpace.
They're still on MySpace. Yeah.
I got belly skin caught in my CC holster when sliding my SIG back into the holster. Man, it hurts and leaves a blood blister. Yeah, that's the one thing about having an aggressive grip, is you do have to pay the consequences for it.
That's why
Criderman's out there. What's up, Mr. 1 Mile Mr. 1 Mile Tika blasting 6'5" Creedmoor guy.
I often wear these.
Yeah, a little undershirt.
Yeah, white beater type undershirt.
TV's
Yep.
talking about. Elmo, sorry, Rick, for pointing the gun at Ray. Elmo says, please let me out of the timeout. Nope, Elmo's still in timeout. Jerry Parker says, if you're not smart enough to know better, it's not my fault. My cafe con leche just went flying in the air. Thomas. Let's see, CZ Shadow 2. Those are nice as well, Larry. The CZ Shadow 2. They make great pistols. They really do. The following, though, is just as bad as the Glock fanboy following. No alert again on the live chat. Yeah, you got to hit that bell, John, if you haven't. If you want to get notifications, you got to hit the bell. And people still complain they don't get it, so I'm not sure. 45 Auto is a 1911 owner. Guess what caliber? 45 Auto. 380. Let's see, John Fisher. You know what referendums are on the Arizona ballot? This would be for you, Jay, or Matt. I don't know what they are.
Right off the top of my head, I don't. I'm pretty much done taking part in our political system.
There you go. The have you noticed a lot of people from California trying to screw up Arizona? I know.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are moving. Hell, I got friends that are moving because they got quite a bit of gun collections, and they're like, I can't take this anymore, so they're moving to Arizona.
Yeah, like we almost had or did have, I can't remember, on a ballot to become a sanctuary city, Tucson, and that would have. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, that's got California written all over it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then we went through and like there was some assault weapon ban that was introduced. It's pretty much dead, but it's so I don't like fighting battles I know I will lose. Right?
Yeah.
It's dumb. It's dumb to go into a battle you know you're going to lose. And we're about one election off from being purely purple and about 2 or 3 elections off from being a blue state. And there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing anybody can do about it in Arizona. Outside of like dragging Democrats from their house and burning them at the stake, there's nothing anybody can do about it.
See, and that's the unfortunate part. And I'll tell you, years ago, before we moved to North Carolina, because I grew up in California and always fought the fight and always had to deal with all the bullshit rules and laws that they just would come up with for no apparent reason. I noticed after the whole trying to sign that bill deal, we couldn't get enough people to sign it. I was like, nope, we're never going to win this. We're never going to win this. And then you had people moving from California to Colorado, and they ruined that state. And then you had people, and they're moving up higher to Montana. There's a lot of like the good, I don't know what you call them, basically like the California good old country boys, if you want to call it that, people that still like shooting and all that kind of shit. That's kind of the way I'm saying it. And they're trying to hide and, trying to get up to Montana and not deal with it. So there's a lot of people moving out of that state. +5 talks about 10 millimeter and 40 cal. If you're not competitively shooting USPSA, either go 9 or, unless you want to hunt bears, run 10. But I don't own one 10 millimeter. I do own quite a few 40s, but that's for other reasons. A lot of those guns I bought were back in the day. For shooting at the time, it was IPSC.
I was shooting competitions before there was a name for it.
Yeah.
Like when I started shooting competitions, I haven't shot in a competition in years, but when I was a teenager, I was shooting in competitions. And back then it was just you're shooting a local competition.
Okay.
Like there wasn't a name for it.
Yeah. Now Ohio, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was just the best thing that you could use to describe it back then was Hogan's Alley.
Okay.
You know, it was Hogan's Alley tournaments, and then there was individual things, like there was individual contests. So you were like, I am competing in the heart shoot this year. It wasn't like IPSC or IDPA or the
Yeah.
Steel Challenge or anything like that. It was the heart shoot, because there wasn't a word for it back then. There wasn't like a conglomeration of people that had this big, whatever.
Yeah. A big kind of organization, organized kind of deal. That's good. That's cool.
I was the first competition that I remember shooting. I was like 13 or 14 years old, and it was a Hogan's Alley run and gun type thing where you kicked down doors and shot, targets that came up at you and moved in front of you and stuff like that, with a 4-inch 357 revolver and 2 speed loaders.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're like, I got this. I got this. Let's see. Shabal Saki's out there. The California coronavirus ruined Idaho. Yep, Idaho as well. Pretty much every damn state.
That's why I keep telling people, like people in New York that are complaining about New York, we all know that there's lost states already. New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, California, Oregon, Washington. These are all lost states, right? Once you actually pass illegal laws, once you pass laws that have already been ruled against and you're still enforcing them, you're a lost state. And I keep telling those people, move. And I understand it's not as easy to just pick up and move as people make it out to be. I get it. But move to the states you can save. If we had an influx of good, conservative-minded people coming to Arizona, going to Texas,
Yeah.
these are states that are still in a point that could be saved. But with the current population they have, they can't be.
Well, Texas is another one where a lot of people are going to. They're ruining right now. They're only ruining counties. They haven't ruined the entire thing. They're ruining counties, which really sucks. But I feel bad for like +5 is a perfect example. Gun 2A pro 2A, and he's in California for reasons whatever they are, and he probably can't leave because he's got family there and all that kind of stuff. And it's like trying to fight the fight is a hell. Now it's just a waste of time. But I can say this: the last month they had actually voted a couple more Republicans in, and I can't remember what positions they were in. But so there is people waking up. Maybe there'll be a big turn, and it'll start to turn purple again instead of just freaking straight up.
This coronavirus thing.
Yeah, could
may
help.
be the only thing that saves some of these states, because there are people even on the left who have felt this pinch and said, enough is enough. I have rights. I have rights, and you can't keep me at home. You can't say I'm not allowed to leave my house. You can't say I can't defend myself. These are things that some people on the left are starting to say. So maybe,
which would be nice. Well, and you brought up a perfect example. A lot of those people that voted a certain way a few years ago, and then decided they wanted to get a pistol because they were scared people were going to steal all their toilet paper that they went and bought. So we got all these new gun owners now. Maybe they're turning at least purple and not freaking blue.
Which, by the way, toilet paper update. I'm still on the toilet paper I have not bought toilet paper since the beginning of this.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm still This is the point in prepping. I'm still living on the toilet paper that I had in a closet.
Yeah. We actually had to go last week. My wife picked up some. But it's like, you know, and it was just a regular thing. Usually when I go to Costco, she's like, every time I go, hey, do you want me to go to Costco? She's like, no, don't go to Costco. I'll go to Costco because I come back with shit. She's like, where are we going to put all this crap? The whole damn car will be filled up to the top and jammed in. I'm usually buying stuff. I'm buying stuff. Of course, right now I ain't buying much. The Kathleen Music Lovers in the house. Daniel got us my judges here. Jason Fisher. Bradley. Yeah, it's it'll be kind of crazy to see what we got going on. I think this little scare though of people having to be stuck in their house and people getting fed up with this crap, they kind of shut up. What's up, Mindy? How are you doing? Definitely is waking some people up. I don't know. I still don't want to go in an airplane, but it is what it is.
I got to go back to Ohio eventually. I mean, I was supposed to in March. I was supposed to go back to Ohio for a week and pick up my youngest boy, who is 18. I mean, or he'll be 19 in 3 days. Who's 19, and he was supposed to come back to Tucson with me for a month.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he had quit his job. Not quit, you know. He was. Yeah, they understood that he was leaving for a little while, but he already had that all set up, and it was like, oh, by the way, there's no flights.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's hard to get on a plane when there is no planes you can get on. I mean, you can sneak in unless you know how to fly the damn thing, right?
Well, there was flights, and really, really cheap ones, dude. $80 round trip, Tucson to Columbus, Ohio. 5 stops.
What?
Because there wasn't enough people flying to fill up big planes.
Holy shit.
So they had to do small planes that have to do more stops.
Oh, man. No. I don't want to do that.
But $80 round trip.
Yeah. Well, what I got to do is probably in a week, I need to get an airplane ticket to San Diego. And I'm hoping it's kind of back to normal by then because, man, it already sucks being in an airplane, but I can't even imagine what's going to – if I have to wear a mask on the airplane and everywhere I go, it's like I'm only doing it so I can go to work and get paid.
LZ USA lives in Ohio. If you don't mind me asking, what part of Ohio do you live in? Like
counties.
North, Central.
Oh, there you go.
You know, I mean, I don't want to know your city or anything like that. I know that's weird, but
yeah, Shibalseki, that would be cool. Wyoming would be cool too. I have friends that I've known forever that are in Idaho, so it'd be kind of nice. But yeah, Wyoming's freaking awesome. I love Wyoming. I used to work in Jackson. Well, it wasn't really Jackson. It was actually Alpine, Wyoming, which is I think the population was 225 people or something at the time on a hunting ranch. That was actually a fun time. Talking about toilet paper, why the hell did so many think that one would need so much paper? I have no idea, Otter. I don't know. When you have I don't know what. I'm not even going to try to explain. I have no idea why these guys were out there doing
it. Stupid, huh?
It's a lung thing. If anything, go buy a bunch of Kleenex so you can cough your nasty ass phlegm everywhere or something.
Oh, okay. I know exactly where Wheeling and all that is. Yep, the Ohio Valley.
There you go, hitting steel. That's a nice place. Wyoming is nice. When you get close to those resort places, though, man, it is expensive. So be careful of that. Property's expensive. Everything's expensive when you go to like Jackson Hole or something like that. So be careful. And you better like the snow too, because it's going to be us. What the hell, Christmas says? Did his undergraduate at Boise State and my graduate at Wyoming. He'll like Wyoming better. Boise State has become a true liberal. Oh, I need to know this. Thank you. Oh, shit. That's good information. Maybe I'll talk him into Wyoming then.
Well, what, somebody just said something. Where did it go? William Nah said, that's one of the places I was talking about. But AZ seems like, that's the thing, is that I don't think we're going to ever have to worry about states like Wyoming, right? Like,
shouldn't.
10 people live there.
Yeah.
The Democrats don't give a shit about that state. But they want states like Texas. They want states like Arizona. They want states like Oklahoma. They want states like Ohio. They want, they want these states that are mostly pro-gun and so on and so on. And so, if you're going to move somewhere and you're thinking about Arizona and you're a red-blooded, pro-gun, pro-freedom person, come to Arizona. We need you.
Yes. Keep it red. Well, that's the toughest part. Let's see. That's what makes paper. That's what paper bags are for. Idaho rock. So he's been to where is it at? Idaho. Rogers has been to Alpine, Wyoming. When I worked on this hunting ranch, so you're in Alpine, Wyoming, but in order we'd take the horses up, and 5 minutes later you're in Idaho, and you head west for a little bit, and you're in Idaho. And it's funny because Wyoming's all them damn spud miners. He's talking about Idaho, people from Idaho. And then you'd go and then you'd ride horseback into basically the top of the Tetons. And it's just funny, all the Wyoming people blasting on the Idaho people and back and forth.
I call the people. So I have the Mexicans that I work with have a great sense of humor. And we joke with each other all the time. Right? So
you said. I haven't heard from them yet.
I will be walking through the shop, and one of them will say like, "Hey, Whitey," and shit like that, and I'll call him my bean-eating taco jockey. There's one that's really funny that we all kind of pass around, and it's instead of "Vámonos" at the end of the day, I had told them that I thought they really liked their pizza. Because every time at the end of the day, they come by me and go, "Hey, Matt, Domino's."
Domino's instead of adios. Hey, Matt, adios, Domino's. What's up, Richard? How you doing? Is that a Microtech hat? Yeah, it's a Microtech hat.
I got all I could afford was
two Microtech hats.
I could probably afford a Microtech hat because I know I can't afford the knife.
You could on the MilGov program. You could afford one. You could afford one of the. Well, I think there's like 3 options. You can have even as a retired military, you can be retired law enforcement, you can be retired military or retired first responders, and they'll still do it.
I'm not retired.
No, you don't have to be retired, but you're in the Navy, so you're a retired Navy guy.
I'm not retired Navy. I got a medical discharge.
You were still in the Navy, fool.
I'm not retired. You're saying something different. Having been in the Navy and getting an honorable discharge and retiring are 2 different things.
You're no longer in the service. Okay, yeah. You would qualify for the thing. You know what? Just send them a letter. Shut your
ass. You're saying.
Having seen what a Navy ship looks like, they'll let you in. I'm eating Cheez-Its, these things aren't that great, but whoops. No, Carcane, he does not have a discount code. Eagle Eye. We got the Elsters out there. What's going on, Mr. Elster? You had a great chat today. You went a little over schedule. You're burning into my midnight madness, just so you know. But it's all right because you did a good show. Did you work with a guy named Willie Lawrence? No, his name was Merle
Haggard.
Merle Haggard, yeah. No, it was Merle God, this was shit. This was in the 90s. Merle something. I can't remember his last name now. But it was an outfitting company. It was actually a lot of fun. What exactly did you do in the Navy? Conservative Sniper Hunter wants to know.
Engine bin. Grease monkey.
Grease monkey. Fixing shit. Let's see, Orion. One good thing about Bloomberg, he's old and will croak before too long. There you go, Ryan. Sorry for dipping into your live feed time. I'm just kidding with you. Ray's waiting until there are 50 viewers. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. I try to keep my California red. If you know me, I live in Orange County, mostly Republican County. My father named me Reagan after Ronald since I was born in 81 and in my Army vet. That's cool. That is cool. Conservative blue equals liberal Democrat.
Kathleen something. I do like Arizona. I really, really like it here. I like it better here than I did in Ohio. I don't like how some of the politics are starting to go, but I do like it here a lot.
One, you got to think, well, at least a few years ago when I had looked up the most pro 2A state, it was Arizona was at the time the number one out of 50 places to live for pro gun state.
Yeah, now there's 13 constitutional carry states.
Did I work with Curly? There's how many?
13.
Oh.
Most people don't realize that. Most people don't realize that over the past just like 3-4 years, there has been a wash of constitutional carry go over this country. There's like 13 or 14 states now that do it. It's so many now that it's almost not even like a thing. Like it used to be, yeah, in Arizona we're constitutional carry. Now it's like just like half the other states. You know?
That's good though, because you guys are kind of cutting edge. Had other states waiting to see if it was going to turn into the Wild West, as most people will think. Oh my God, if everybody has guns, it's going to turn into the Wild West.
Dude, I went nuts, crazy when Missouri was going to go constitutional carry. I think they have since then. This tells you what you need to know, and I hope these assholes are out of business. But there was firearms instructors actively fighting against constitutional carry in that state because they said it was for safety reasons because they thought everybody should be trained, but it was because it would cut into their bottom line. You're muted again.
It's all about the greenbacks.
No.
They want that money. That sounds like a challenge, Elster. We'll see. You're gonna fall down first. You're gonna break your safety glasses, and then I'm gonna pour that bottle of water on you.
LZ USA. Yeah, I've met him. I've talked to him. I've talked to him on live things a number of times. Yeah, I know the VSO channel.
John?
Actually, it's funny because if you go through his videos and look in the comment sections, anytime he's bitching about Magpul, you see me, him, and I in there talking back and forth about like fuck Magpul.
The smack talk never ends.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. It says it took John a year to get his concealed carry, and he lives in North Carolina. It took me like 8 weeks.
It took me 6 hours and 3 days.
4 hours and 3 days?
6 hours and 3 days.
6 hours and 3 days.
Yeah.
And you didn't really even need one because you instantly would have it.
Yeah, the only reason I got my concealed weapon permit here is just so I don't have to wait when I'm buying a gun, and so I have reciprocity in Ohio. Yes, Kathleen, most people shoot outside here.
Yeah, there's a ton of places.
45 auto was 107 today. It's supposed to be 110 this weekend.
But it's dry. That's what they always say. But it's a dry heat.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out there in body armor though all weekend. So
yeah, that's gonna suck.
Yeah.
My gym instructor, Matt Cross, he says Cheez-Its are better than what you were inhaling the other day. I don't have an instructor, obviously, but
what? Hold on. Where did that comment go?
There was a comment about Trump signing.
No. Shibalseki says, "Don't you think VSO Gun Channel is stupid? His video on why he doesn't carry +1 is pretty. Why doesn't he carry +1 when I don't like plus a spare mag or topped off one?
One in the chamber probably because 15 plus 1 is the one in the chamber.
I don't run +1. Like if I have 15 round mag, I carry 15. I don't carry 16.
I always carry +1.
Yeah.
I'd carry +2 if I could figure out how to get 2 bullets in it.
I don't. Yeah, I don't because you want to know why?
Don't say the spring, Matt.
Because if I do this, right, and I unload it, I want to have a place to put this.
That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard, Matt. Everybody needs to wash at least some ammo once in a while. And that's usually the bullet that always makes it into the damn laundry. And you hear ding, 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 ding. You go, what the hell's in there? That's the +1 usually. But it's good to have that +1 sometimes.
Oh, I carry one in the chamber.
Yeah, that's the plus. Oh, yeah.
I carry one in the chamber. I just don't top it off.
Yeah.
I don't do
you're being mag +1. You're being a lazy bones, but you carry a spare mag most of the time.
Yeah. I actually, one of the biggest reasons I keep at stock levels is just because anybody who's shot long enough, you almost instinctively count rounds as you're shooting, and I tend to get I kind of go. If I'm carrying light, I can tell I'm light. When I shoot a mag, it's like, man, that didn't seem like enough. You know?
You're out of your damn mind. Every match I go to, I run dry. And then I'm like, shit. And then I got to rack the slide because it doesn't stay open. That you can't see any of that when it's in their damn gun.
I'm messing with you. But no, I seriously, I carry one in the chamber, but I don't do a +1.
That's because you're already +6 on the bottom.
Yeah. Just like you saw just like you heard right there. With my 19X. This is a 17-round mag. There's 16 in it, right? Now there's 17 in it. And that's how I carry it. Chambered, stock mag,
Chambered and ready to go.
Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking he was talking. There's a lot of people that carry. Well, I don't know if there's a lot of people, but I have heard of people carrying with nothing in the chamber, basically. And they're going to have time to rack that slide and get that bad guy when they're in the middle of a wrestling match trying to draw their holster. So, good luck with that. Why do you patrol? Brian Duchesne. He patrols. I'll let Matt answer that question.
Go ahead, answer. I want to see if you have an understanding of it. You're muted.
Oh, you didn't hear my answer? All right, give me the question again. It's right. Okay, it was why does Matt patrol, basically? I can't find it now, but there it is. He patrols to protect U.S. citizens from the little people trying to bring drugs, bring children across, to bring all sorts of different reasons. But he's protecting his area. And if we all that lived along the border and did the same thing, we would have a better society. And our unemployment would be much better. And our taxes, we'd have many more dollars to buy other things, especially in California. He does it because he gets to walk around and shoot at bad guys, all right? Just kidding.
That's only happened once.
All right, Matt. So what's your real answer?
No, that's you basically gave the answer, which was I do it as a continuation. I didn't get to finish my military career. I got a medical discharge, and I didn't get to finish that. And I'm at a point in life where I can do something to possibly make an impact for the safety of this nation. As far as I'm concerned, for every backpack I find, for every illegal that I may make miss his ride, right?
Yep.
That's some 14 or 16-year-old high school student that's not overdosing today.
Yeah, we're getting smuggled.
That's some small child not getting smuggled, not getting, kidnapped. That's somebody's property that did not get ruined or stolen. So that's pretty much the straightforward answer of it.
Oh, shit. They're burning down Minneapolis again. If you were out there looting and you took a break to watch this video, hit the like button. No, I would say you're a freaking douchebag, because anybody out riding, burning their own town down. And I agree with the whole cop getting fired and getting charged and all that shit. Don't get me wrong. But don't burn your damn town down. That's just stupid.
So I made a Facebook post about this. I've actually made 3 videos about it, and none of them made it to the point where I wasn't freaking out on camera. So none of them got published.
You were too on fire.
But I said on Facebook, right? Right there. 2 things can be true at the same time. A, oftentimes a highly violent response against police and government can easily be justified.
Say that one more time.
2 things can be true at the same time. A, number one, A highly violent response against police and government can easily be justified. And B, but that violent response can also be misplaced into looting and rioting.
Yeah. Well, you got a town of people that are just getting through, still in it, COVID-19. People have lost their businesses. They got, they're like on their last dollar. And then you got these asshats breaking in, stealing all their shit, catching their business on fire. And it doesn't help the economy at all. It doesn't help all the people that had a job because finally somebody had a job. Now those guys are jobless, and it's just dumb steps after dumb steps. There's got to be a way to.
When we talk about the boogaloo, this is where people on the right lose me, right?
Mm-hmm.
They look at this and they pay attention to that black guy that is stealing liquor bottles and say, this is stupid, right? Yes, him rioting and stealing those liquor bottles is absolutely ridiculous, and he should be beat over the head with a club for it. But when we talk about like the boogaloo, when we talk about standing up for our rights, these people are doing that. They're just misplaced in how they're directing their anger.
Yeah. They could use that anger to actually, in a better way, to get more people to back them. Say you call it a big government, right? And you could utilize this as a way to say, here you go. Here's another reason why people say big government, Gestapos, all these police agencies.
Somebody in the chat room there said that they set the police station on fire.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
good for them.
I just read that.
Yeah, good for them. At least they're directing their anger to the point
at the right building.
At the right building,
That's why it pisses me off. I'm all, what did Circle K, the AutoZone, and whatever, what did they have anything to do with shit?
Yeah,
I'm not saying go out and burn a bunch of cops inside of a damn building, but at least it's the right building.
At least, yeah. I mean, in one of the videos I made, I said, if they were burning down the police station and dragging the cops out, tar and feathering them, there you go. I mean, now we're getting somewhere, and I'm not anti-cop, but at least you're finding the right people.
Yeah, you're not trying to kill some, loot some jewel. What was the last one I saw? There was one guy that had gotten shot. I think it was a guy. It was like a pawn shop, and this guy was our jewelry shop. He was protecting his jewelry shop or pawn shop or whatever the hell it was, and actually shot somebody. Is supposedly what I heard. I don't know how true that is, but so people getting shot.
It was the same reason you never heard me talk in a positive light about the yellow vest in France.
Mm-hmm.
They spent a month or something, or 2 months or 3 months out in the streets, and everybody kept saying they were fighting their government. They were fighting their government. They were fighting their government. No, they weren't. They were rioting. They were looting. They were beating innocent people up in the street. The only thing they weren't doing is fighting their government. In fact, they were following government rules with those yellow vests. I mean,
I remember that. I don't remember all the details of that, but I remember going, why would you wear a bunch of damn vests and shit? It's like, hey, I'm one of them. Rachel, 1911, he's going to go to the town square and loot some too. Good luck. Be careful out there.
Yeah, pick up some jack while you're out.
That's right. The heaviest bullet performs better for handgun rounds. I've seen many ballistic tests, and that's just what I have taken from it. Armament and axes. Well, it depends what you're trying to do. Like Antifa breaking windows during rioting.
Again, I haven't heard anybody in this chat room or on this panel condone destroying private property, attacking innocent people, looting. But just like with the government, if you were pissed at the government, you decided to burn down the state house. That's the right thing to do. That's the right place to go.
It's the building for the people for which you are upset with. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to go knock over gas station. That's
yeah. I don't want gun control, so I'm going to go rob the state store and get all the liquor bottles I can.
That's right. And free Nike shoes. Filthy pukes, but they squish really good. Williams. Right. Well, and I think a lot of those people looting, and actually I can tell you that it wasn't, at least from the pictures that I saw, it wasn't one.
There you go. Armament and axes.
If they want to riot, focus on the government and not private property looters, I should just shoot. There you go. Bravo, armament and axes. Let's see. That's the one thing you haven't really heard of in a long time is Antifa. That was like huge. Now you don't see one speck of that. We must have squished them all into the gutters.
No, I was doing some security. There's a couple of security details that my group worked over the last 2-3 years, and maybe even 4 years. So do you remember when Trump was in Phoenix and when he left, it turned into a riot? There was all the tear gas canisters and all that other stuff.
I think I remember you telling me this.
Yeah, so we were there. We were there for that, working with the local PD and the FBI task force for crowd security, and we ended up evacuating a whole lot of innocent people that were caught in the crossfire, getting bottles and bricks thrown at us and stuff like that. And then there was one where we were doing security for a conservative rally here in Tucson, where Antifa showed up with clubs and knives. And
St. Paul, Minnesota.
They didn't cross our line, and then I said to Captain Wilson of Tucson PD, I said, look, you guys are going to step in and do something, or I'm going to start shooting these people. They're standing right across from me with clubs and knives. I'm a private citizen,
Yeah, I'm going to smoke these guys.
Yeah, I'm going to start shooting people. You guys don't do something.
Where's it at? Why the hell can't I get it? St. Paul, Minnesota. Minnesota, St. Paul. St. Louis. Maybe it's just under Paul. I was going to listen to the scanner to see how crazy it is. Why isn't it coming up, though? What county is St. Paul in? Anybody know? I need the county first.
I have a Google machine.
Shit, I can't use my machine. No freaking suck all the freaking bandwidth. Die.
Oh.
Minnesota.
Ramsey County.
Ramsey County. Okay, here we go. That's going to help a lot. Ramsey and St. Paul Police. Here we go, right here. Holy shit. 34,000 listeners. See if we get any good shit on here. Oh, there's one small fire they're talking about. We can take care of the small one. You ever notice a little is said about the group Anonymous as well? Yeah, I remember Anonymous. There was actually a site on YouTube called, I think it was called Anonymous, And the guy had some really good information. Or he did a good video. Yeah, 34,000 listeners. 34,575.
Somebody else out there, was it Richard? No. Well, Richard, the anonymous thing, because anonymous is a joke. Anonymous was a joke when they started. I'm not saying Antifa was any better, but anonymous was like 4 hackers that thought they were somebody. But Carcane said that there's over 100,000 people watching the NBC News live stream right now.
Oh, it must be burning down.
That's where all of your viewers are right now, Rick. That's why we only have
54. That's pretty damn good for watching. Me. I don't usually get
because the other 100,000 are watching NBC.
Yeah, exactly. You should be watching Fox. If you're not watching Fox, you're gonna turn your state freaking blue. Yeah, +5 would be great for that group you got, Matt.
Yep. Anybody that lives here is welcome. I mean, almost anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
I purchased on Amazon a sonic ultrasonic cleaner.
No. Oh, for parts? Gun parts is good.
For gun parts, yeah. What do you think I meant for?
People try to reload using an ultrasonic cleaner.
Oh, no.
I know you don't reload. That's why I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, no.
What the hell? Oh, yeah. What do you got in there?
Normas.
The big hole Norma.
With the big hole.
We need to pump up these numbers, Bradley says. Pump up the numbers. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what's going on. I'll have to check that out after this. We're actually at 1 hour and 17 minutes and 25 seconds, so we're getting close to being done. Man, I did some weird stuff today. I actually sat around and watched Netflix for like 4 hours and then took a nap. It was like I had been drained. I was like, I'm like, I got nothing better to do. So I was a lazy guy today, which was really bad. I even felt bad for like a second.
I got tomorrow right after work. I'm already loaded up, but tomorrow right after work, I head out to the desert, and from about tomorrow middle of the night until Sunday, I'm going to be busy.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hot weekend in that body armor.
Oh, hell yeah, it is. Even in freaking Iowa right now, it probably suck. Richard says Anonymous was the hacker group exposing all the stuff the government was doing when Obama was in office. Yeah, Chris, it still works good, buddy. It just doesn't work as good as a wet tumbler. Time for Rick to end the stream, then stream again in an hour. That's right, William. Wow, breaking news. I'm going to drive down there to Minneapolis. Don't forget to camouflage that beard, RTT.
I have a neck gaiter that I wear.
Neck gaiter.
I got a multicam gaiter that I wear and pull it up over my. Yeah, this shit glows in the moonlight.
Yeah,
like a light bulb.
It's glowing right now.
Yeah.
That's cool though. Interesting desert video, RTT. Weird how the border wall is all incomplete. Well, where it runs through some reservations, they don't have the wall up there, right, Matt?
Yeah, there's no wall. There's no wall at all on the res, but even like the last video I did, it shows the tall iron fence that they jump all the time. And
the new one?
No, the old one, the one that's been there for years.
Oh, okay.
I think it was built during Obama's administration. And it just stops.
Yeah, so you just walk around it.
Yeah.
They got a plan though. Ingly calls him Wetbeard. Yeah, Matt can't shave his beard, Otter. That's a signature. That's a signature. That and his long hair. You got to keep it.
I've considered cutting my hair many
Sean
times.
Connery with a beard. Yep. He is the stunt double for Sean Connery. If you haven't seen him on some of his action films,
The Rock.
The Rock. What was it? 6? You had to count to 6 before you did the roll between the fire thing and the.
It was.
My comments are out of order, William says. Yeah, they're out of order. The comment section is out of control and out of order. I can't be responsible for any of that shit.
Oh no. You're not channeling Grand Thumb, are you?
I was trying to be a douchebag. People are shooting guns now in the air like Iraq.
Ladies, gentlemen, and my long forgotten, but not by me, Tika rifles.
Tika rifles. Well done. Well done. That was good. We got people shooting in the air like it's Iraq celebrating. It's getting crazy. I remember I was working.
If you've ever looted in Minnesota, hit that like and subscribe button and come on over and see what that chat room's all about.
If you ever broken a window and ended up with 12 pairs of Nikes in the back seat of your car, go ahead and hit that like button.
Have you ever been mad that a complete stranger got killed by the cops and so you looted a Circle K? Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe.
I love it. And if you ever have a part that just doesn't work well, Matt, tell us what kind of oil we should put on that bad doggy.
Soak it in 80-90, let it drip, let the excess drip, and you'll be fine.
That's right. Bob wire, baling wire, duct tape, and 80-90. Fix anything. All right, everybody. Appreciate you showing up. It was a fun show. Thank all you guys out there in the support over there at the comment section. Tim Davis, Otter, Conservative Sniper Hunter, +5, LZ USA, Armament and Axes, Richard Elb, William Nah, Jerry Parker, Jason Fisher, Otter, San Miguel. I didn't even see in there, San Miguel. Sorry. Gun Toting Minnesotan, and William Nah, Jerry Parker, Bradley, +5. Who else did I got in here? Richard Elb, Idaho Rogers, and Jason Crowder, John Crowderman, Jerry Parker, Bradley, and I'm going to go back to the bottom. And John Townley, Eagle Eye Shooting, and everybody out there. Appreciate all the fun we had tonight. Alaska One, Andy. See you guys. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. Don't be looting tonight. And see you on the next one.